Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello everyone. This is our presentation for the mini project of micro P. And let's start the presentation, shall we? Okay. In this presentation, there are four different chapters, which is introduction, software, coding, and conclusion. In introduction is where I will briefly discuss you on the software used in coding and on the result, on how to get the result. For the software, I will be explaining on how the software being run and how to use it. For the coding, I will be explaining the coding one by one to in detail, so every one of you would faham. Faham instantly. And there will be a conclusion. Next. Hold up first. Before we start, let we introduce ourselves, shall we? So, my name is Ahmad Zikri Fazil from J4EE1115A1. Gentlemen, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Aidil Hakabi Sharin from group J4EE1115A1.
And my name is Aidil Zaimi bin Ameh, and I'm from the same class as they are.
Adil, would you like to tell our viewers on what kind of question that we got?
Okay, the question that we got in this mini project is subtraction. We must to build a program to subtract the hex number of $FBEECCPB from address that have been decided from $FFEEDDEE from the address that we decide in this mini project. Then we will save the difference at $1000 until $3 for the example. Okay, Zikri, let's move to the introduction.
Okay. For the introduction, I promise you it's going to be short one. Since we got the subtraction part of the question, we were instructed to construct a full command consist of a subtraction. Interesting, right? What better way to construct the command by using a software called Mini IDE and its companion, which is simulator. More explanation about the software later. But for short, this software is used to construct the command in four different labels, which is label, opcode, operand, and comment. And with the simulator, you can insert the file that when you save the command from the mini IDE to the simulator to get the result. So moving on.
Okay, let's move to software that we use in this mini project. Okay, in this mini project, okay. In this mini project, we use two software to run the mini project. First one is Mini IDE. Mini IDE is a software that can be a different invisible column that can be used to construct command like coding. And then from the coding that we have put in the Mini IDE, we run at the simulator, so we will get the value stored at the specific address.
For the software, you can differentiate between the column by either pressing tab or space bar. But preferably I use tab because it's you can see it much more clearer and it's much more easy to read. Okay, moving on. For the codings, the coding this could be either boring or quite exciting for you. It depends on how you see it. So this is the full coding that we have constructed. It's pretty long, but I'm sure it's pretty easy to understand. So let's continue.
Okay, for the first step of this coding, firstly we must to declare the org for the coding. So we choose the org $1700. Okay, next we must declare and reserve the 8 number of address from $1,700 until $1,707 to hold that data. Okay, for the second step, we will reserve 6 address starting from $800 and put a label. So we choose Salim as the label.
The label will be used in further coding, so don't worry, we will explain on that also.
Okay.
So next for step 3, so we use move W. So move W is to make the data at the address is from $800 till $805 to $00. And then so for the step 4, we start by using load AB. So we load B with the value of BB, and the next line we subtract B, which is BB, with the value of EE. Then the next line we store the answer of the subtraction to address 803. Then we load A with the value of CC, and then we subtract A, which is CC, with the value of DD, and with C. C is $01. Then we store the answer into
May I
address
interrupt?
02. So next, LDA. So we load A with the value of EE. Then the next line we subtract the value of A, which is EE, with the value of EE, and subtract by C. Then we store it again, but this time in the address of 801. And lastly, we load A with the value of FB. So A will be FB. Then we subtract it with the value of FF and the value of C. Then the answer, we will store it into address 800. And that's the end of the coding.
As you can see from the coding, the first subtraction process is only SUBB, and for the second and third and the last one is SBCA. The reason for that is because the reason why we put carry C there, because we don't want any carry to interrupt our process of subtraction. So there needs to be C there, the carry, in order to prevent that. Okay, moving on.
So this is the simulator result. So we use the simulator result to get the answer for the coding. So by using the manual and the simulator, we got the same answer for the manual calculation. So this means that we got the simulator correct. For the simulator, as you can see, if we see at the 801 address, we got FB. So FB is the correct answer from the manual calculation. So if you see for 801, 802, and 03, which is FF, EE, and CD, it is correct and compatible with the manual calculation that we did. So as a conclusion, so subtraction is a process that need to be done in 8 bit per 8 bit, and if there is more than one subtraction, they need to take carry as a consideration. That's the conclusion.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you everyone for watching.